Yeah, it's like Akira. It's white. It's a white half bubble that expands across the city.
Dude, someone CGI Roxane Gay in Jaws where instead of throwing the scuba tank into his mouth, they throw Roxane Gay's leg.
He just chokes.
Yeah, he
Can't swallow it. Yeah, it's Quinn seeing Roxane Gay walk down the street, and Sheriff Brody's like, she's got to be at least 450. He goes, 550.
You're mixing it with Jaws now.
Yeah,
I'm down for this.
25. We were talking about Jaws.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
No, but now you're merging it with the Comanche movie.
Yeah. Well, we got you write a lot and then you cut out the fat later on.
Sure.
You ever see the eyes of a shitty author? Dead
You
eyes.
ever-
They're hunting Roxane.
You ever seen pure grifter eyes?
Sales are down for Roxanne. She
I don't know anything about her.
She did not make the New
I
York
would
Times
not have
bestseller.
remembered her if we didn't do Lemon Party. You bring her up every few months.
Oh, I got her burned into my brain.
I have a vision board for like people I want to die in it, like in a year's time, and like I cut her out in a magazine, just like glue it with Elmer's
she still-
glue.
you
is
got
she
a
still
whole
doing
other
stuff?
board to fit other people in.
Is what?
Is she still up to stuff?
She's up to her old trick. She got a bunch of money for all the books she wrote about how great it is to be a great big fat lady, and then she used the money to get surgery to not be fat anymore.
Oh, did she?
She's not fat?
She got the stomach tied. What did she do?
Mm-hmm.
She got the staples.
That's right.
Wow.
She got something, and she lost a shitload of weight. And she's like, but it's still good to be really fat. And then she kind of lost all her steam. And then she published a book this year, which was just her Medium articles, and no one cared about it. Which is very funny for her to be posting on
Right.
Medium.org. Honey, this is not the website for you.
Folks, do your articles fit on the website?
But yeah, she didn't make the New York Times bestseller list, and I think they had to cancel her book tour.
Yeah.
which is really funny.
That's
to me.
very sad.
Because the grift is over, sweetheart.
Yeah.
you can't cancel people anymore. You can't. And also, your cousin Claudine Gay made a real mess of that whole thing over at Harvard.
Who's she?
Yeah, what did she do again?
She was the
We talked
Wakanda
about
Forever
this.
lady at Harvard. That
that was her?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
related?
That's her cousin Claudine Gay.
Oh.
I swear to God, I'm not making up a joke. It's the gays. It's Roxanne and Claudine.
Sure, right.
Like the clumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny, they're both so bad at, like, because Claudine, her thesis or whatever, they found that she plagiarized.
Right.
Which it's like, oh, but why didn't you hit up your cousin Roxanne to write it for you at the very least? It's like she can't write either.
Yeah.
So you guys are both.
Yeah, all
I don't
of
know
them,
what she's
and
doing
like
now.
The Rupee Cowers of the world and all those people, they're all kind of flailing, right?
No, Rupee's actually.
Rupee's doing well?
Yeah, she's doing very well.
She's doing very well.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
serious? God damn it, I hate to hear that. She stunk.
Yeah, her and Sarah Cooper have kind of been like, a little like going underground for a little bit, but they're coming out with the things.
Yeah, if you create something that every white woman wants on their coffee table, I mean, it's game set.
Rupee
match.
Cower, they acted like was one of the greatest poets of our time, and then it would be like, milk is creamy and honey is sweet.
Yeah. How could I grow vegetables out of my pussy?
He looked at
if it
me.
never got rain.
He looked at me. I ran. Rupee Cower.
That is not wrong. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
They're like children. It's like it's remedial horseshit. It's like should be like written in finger paint.
It's literally a book that white women finish and they close and they go, I'm gonna fake Me Too my ex-boyfriend.
I'm gonna move to Santa Fe and Me Too my ex.
I'm gonna Me Too a man who dumped me because I gained 500 pounds while we were dating.
Yeah, you get 500 pounds in 3 months.
In 3
somehow.
months, yeah. Just eating Roxane Gay books. Yeah, what if you found her media deal and she gets paid 3 wings a word?
She had like some Roxane Gay like book club or something, some ridiculous horse shit where she would like approve a book every month. But it's funny, like she clearly like doesn't even read,
Right.
because she'll criticize books and shit, and like you'll read her reviews on goodreviews.com.
It's it's hard to read when you're digesting.
Yeah, you go.
So tired.
Yeah, her book club is
exhausting.
Yeah, her book club is this week the Cheesecake Factory menu.
Every book she recommends, it's always by a gay Japanese woman, and you look up the gay Japanese woman who wrote the book, and she looks like an elderly Japanese man.
Yeah.
And you go, I don't even know what we're doing anymore.
Right, and you figure out her dad is called like the wolf of like Shinzu province. he cut the pussy off of every woman in the 1930s.
Yeah, he was the head of like Unit 731
yeah,
or whatever.
He owns every microchip in China.
He invented doing live vivisections on human beings, tying them like house flies to a cold metal slab and cutting them open with scissors.
My dad, we're middle class. My dad made money selling scientific secrets to the U.S. military after World War II.
And I wrote this book called the colorful.
The Asian guy who was.
I don't know. There wasn't ridiculous names for these books. I can't even think of one. Mm-hmm. It's always like the. I don't know. It's like always like the.
It's called
queer,
like Kimchi Carnival or something like that. Literally, I'm not kidding. It's like a kind of a racist name.
Where you go, interesting. Huh.
Did Anthony Cumia write this, or a woman with a useless degree from somewhere?
Yeah. She has an Amazon Kindle and she just downloads menus. Just reading different menus across the country.
So she could read them at night.
Yeah,
with the clothes.
That's great. And then you read the book that she recommends, like you read it on like Google Preview, and then she'll be like, I remember when I was 7 years old, we moved to Palo Alto, and someone in elementary school said, everybody Wang Chung tonight. And I completely lost my mind.
And I realized I was the only child who someone was ever mean to. I misinterpreted the things every single person goes through as happening to just me.
People don't understand how detrimental Starvin' Marvin was.
Also, if you do not give Israel $500 billion, I will kill myself.
Do Asians get mad about that everybody was kung fu fighting? But
No.
I think that's by a black guy or a Chinese guy?
I believe it's by a black gentleman, because black people got really into kung fu.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, like if you listen to like Wu-Tang or anything like that, there's a lot of kung fu.
They got into kung fu, so they got into like actual like when New York City was really bad in like the 70s and 80s. Would you get jumped by a guy who like could do
No,
like
but it's like
backflips
black
like Jackie
people
Chan?
love. There was a thing in like the 70s. They started like like karate and all that type of shit.
Yeah, and there would be like black dojos that would start up and
It
shit
took
like
over
that.
for everybody. Basically, everyone was obsessed.
It was
with
a
it.
huge
If I was a scared white guy in like the suburbs, I would be fucking terrified in the 70s if it was catching on that every black guy in the city was learning kung fu.
Yeah,
I'd be fucking terrified. I'd be locking all my doors.
Yeah.
If I was like a jumpy racist guy living out in the burbs, like
because you thought a brother was about to do like the 5-finger.
It's a
death
deadly
punch on you.
combination.
it's a dude. If you're
The day that black people joined forces with the liquor store owners.
it's an alliance that could really
Well, I mean,
take anyone down.
You literally look at the greatest UFC fighter probably of all time is like John Jones. So super athletic black guy plus karate. Like that's an insane combination. That guy could do cocaine, get drunk, and then like be the best fighter in the world.
If karate is really such an incredible thing, by the way, which is I hear it's like a superior blah blah blah.
Sure.
You never see like a guy who's really kung fu make it into the NFL. And he can like do like crazy kung fu moves and like someone's going to tackle him and he runs up the guy who's tackling him and he does a backflip over him
You would
into
think
the end
Bruce Lee
zone.
would have been like the greatest running back of all time or something.
I'm not even doing a bit. Wouldn't that make because he could run over people like tiptoeing across their helmets all the way to the end zone.
You're like Crouching
Doing-
Tiger.
Yeah. Right. Bill Parcells is like Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, it's the guy catching the field goal, like jumps 80 feet up into the air and snatches the football
Yeah, you'd
out
think
of
a
the
guy
sky.
that could like grab a fly out of somebody's hand would be able to just be the greatest wide receiver. Of all
but
time.
then a black guy runs literally a 4.140 and
Yeah.
But like a lineman, if he learned kung fu, couldn't he do like the 5-finger death punch? Where he's like,
Have they ever tried to convert sumo wrestlers into NFL linemen? That could be an interesting thing.
In the famed movie The Replacements with Gene Hackman, they had that.
Yeah, my favorite Gene Hackman movie.
The amazing, much better than French Connection, that piece of shit.
I'm watching a double. I'm watching a double feature: French Connection, The
The
Replacements.
Replacements.
it says, 280-pound former amateur sumo wrestler from Japan became a.
Hidatoro Hanada.
He transferred to Colorado State in 2023. He's 6'6", 650 pounds.
Good. What?
But
Oh,
he
wait,
never
no.
played in the NFL. He was just trying to.
Like Yaso Kichi. Some say this 6'6", 650-pound sumo wrestler would be a good offensive lineman in the
How are you
NFL.
650
The AI
pounds?
sucks with the Googling, by
That's
the way.
probably not real. Yeah. That's got to get a guy in Street Fighter or something.
Yeah, people are just saying that he would be good in the NFL, but some of them do, yeah. That kicks ass.
I mean, it makes sense. I've always
Yeah.
heard that they're actually insanely strong.
Yeah, they are.
under
And
all that fat.
Yeah, I've always thought, ever since I saw the famed movie The Replacements with Gene Hackman, that they would be in the NFL.
They're
Okay, so I'm watching The Conversation, and then the Gene Hackman Jennifer Love Hewitt comedy
So I
from
think
2003.
tonight we're going to do Lahane and then The Replacements.
So what three colors movie should we watch with The Replacements?
Yeah, apparently some guys in the NFL try to go over to Japan to see if they could take on sumo wrestlers, like guys who are really good offensive linemen. So, yeah, interesting.
I know they've brought rugby players over, and some of them have successfully played in the NFL. Was that in the Gene Hackman successful
Rugby,
vehicle?
there might have been. There's a soccer player who's the kicker.
Oh yeah, the fucking
Who does the whole
the blonde guy.
Ole, ole, ole,
Yeah.
ole.
Man, I love that guy.
I love that movie, the famed movie, The Replacements.
I love that film. Does it have Keanu Reeves?
It has Gene
It's fun.
fucking Hackman.
Keanu Reeves is working on a boat. He threw a horrible game in the national championship in college, and his confidence went downhill.
Yep.
But Gene Hackman always kept an eye on him, and now there's a strike, and all the real football players are not playing, and so Gene Hackman puts together a team of ragtag guys.
Ragtag guys. Doesn't he wear a pork pie hat?
Yeah, he does the whole movie like he's like Vince Lombardi. I remember that movie was on TNT, I think, every night.
Every single night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you, Ben.
Thanks, buddy.
I was a bigger fan of the movie. I forget what it's called, where Tony Danza was a garbage truck driver who played for the Eagles because he was really good at kicking. You remember that one?
Oh, wasn't that what Invincible was kind of based on?
Yeah, I thought that was Invincible, right?
Was Tony Danza in an Eagles movie?
No, there was an earlier that Tony Danza made a really shitty version of Invincible. Yeah. Tony Danza, garbage man, kicker. Yeah, right there. Forget the garbage. It's literally called the garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia.
Jesus
phenomenon.
Christ, what a hunk of shit.
Dude, and you know how it's bad? It's an hour and 18 minutes long.
Oh, it's a Disney movie. It was on Disney.
Oh, was it?
What a weird.
looks like
Imagine
it.
watching Disney as a kid. You got to look at Tony Danza. That's weird.
You see Tony Danza's
Yeah.
huge cock pressed into football pants?
They were like, all right, enough of these old guys with fucked up faces. We got to get Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and shit on here.
We've been scaring children.
Can we end this episode with a au revoir to the oh shit to
Au revoir!
au revoir
Au revoir, Shoshana.
to the studio?